Welcome, watchers, to Astroplex, the Spire, and the Sprawl. We are in the process, as I constantly hear chatter in my head, players upgrading to our new sheet. We are basically transitioning more and more away from 5e into our new own design and whatnot. Pretty much we're going to jump to that and ask the players what they have done with their character sheet, and we'll kind of go over a little bit about it, me and Bill, as this is Bill and my own creation. Other than that, then we probably will take a break after character stuff, depending on where we're at and so on and so forth, and then we'll get back into the story itself as our players have now entered basically the pipeworks and are in the process of finding the Rat Lord's lair. Yeah, let's get to that. Welcome, players.
Dave just says schizophrenia. It's okay. You weren't hearing.
Yeah, we weren't talking.
We weren't talking.
Yeah,
it's just in your head.
Yes.
What's up, guys?
Wiener.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That too. It's the important part.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Is everyone set on their characters? Like, is there things that need to be solved before we go into anything from there?
Like, I think I'm pretty good. Like, I got my skill bonuses, and I think I'm ready to like roll d20s for whatever. I think you cleared up the armor situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have light armor too, so I just wrote down the same stats as you were saying for Torque. The guns changed at all?
No, they have not. Yeah, they're the same. So,
how do you determine your bonus to hit?
So that would be your prowess bonus, which is what we're calling our static proficiency, which really only goes towards your power save, your saving throws, and your to hit bonuses. We had toyed with putting skill points in, but I quickly realized that we would have people who wanted to max that out, and having a plus
it would
15,
get a little ridiculous.
16,
Yeah.
and then you're like,
all right. So it's my
+3.
prowess is +3, right?
Yeah.
And is there anything else that adds to it?
Your +3 plus whatever. Like, so if it's most weapons are going to be physical, so it would be your prowess plus physical, and then depending, like, because I have fighting, like my fighting styles give me a +1 with light range weapons essentially. So I'm going to have a +7 to my shots because of that. 3 from physical, 3 from prowess, +1 for having the range weapons fighting style thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so like my light pistol, I'm just gonna have a +4 to hit because that's my prowess, and my physical is +1, so that's the total +4. My unarmed, I get a +1 to hit because of my weekend warrior status. So I guess that's going to be +5, right? The unarmed uses physical. Okay,
it should be. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We have established that Molly keeps a stash of drugs on her. Is that its own kit, like a healer's kit or an alchemy kit, or is that like integrated into the mechanics of a healer's kit?
Not necessarily. I mean, depending on what drugs there were, we haven't officially broke down the kits and whatnot to say exactly what's in a kit.
Mm-hmm.
But
it has to be like, oh, I use that thing on Quinn to like mend up his face. Well, that'd probably be in a healer's kit versus like, I do 5 lines of cocaine. Probably not
would
available.
Not be in the healer's kit for sure.
You gotta have a medical cocaine license.
Something.
Don't try this at home, people.
Don't try this at home.
So Are you gonna have like uses for it, or is it just always?
No, the kits and whatnot are basically just like kind of like D&D. They are going to have specific, and we're going to have specific things like we've already done so far. Like they've added bonuses to your character, passing skills and whatnot, so on and so forth. So, and we may go into more depth with them too, because I've seen some interesting things about third party, getting into kits and stuff like that you can do with them.
I like for things that are consumable. I think it's kind of a neat mechanic to use usage dice. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like you'll say like your usage dice is a D8, and you roll it every time. And if you roll a 1, then it goes down to a D6. And if you ever get down to a D4 and you roll a 1, then you're out of juice.
That's cool.
Like,
I like that.
That's really cool.
So like you can it's kind of a push your luck sort of thing where you might not run out of stuff for a long time. Like if you never roll any 1s, you'll be fine. But you might just get a couple of shit rolls in a row, and like all of a sudden, like fuck, where'd all our bandages go?
No, yeah. True.
I like that. We might have to look into that.
Sorry, guys. Quinn scuffed up his knee, and I used 20 bandages on it.
So, Bill, do you want to kind of go over our changes here?
Yeah, so we went from the 6 stats that most people are familiar with in like a D&D setting down to a 4 attribute system. Our physical, fortitude, mind, and social. And that way we could kind of boil all the skill sets into those. We decided to get rid of like the 1 to 20 or whatever like stats that like D&D would offer. And we're going with like pluses and minuses. So it would be like a minus like 5 to a plus 5. For character creation, you could take a -2 to stats if you wanted to, and up to like a plus 5 being like on the far end, but you can only have added all together a plus 5. So you kind of have to balance out, like, do you want to be like Quinn took a -2 to his mind because he's not like book educated as far as that goes, but I took like a +3 in my social, and like I upped certain stats to make me a better character for me, right?
Yep.
That reworks where our skills go a little bit as far as the stats. We also like added certain things, like we gave fortitude survival, so at least there was something that was based around fortitude. We thought that was perhaps a like realistic skill set that could go into your ability to withstand elements and being out in the wild. What we did is we added a points. So basically every level we're going to gain 5 skill points, and we can put those into our skills however you want. This harkens back to old D&D style and some other systems where you get a number of points, spend them however you want. If our class or background or whatever gave us proficiency, if I haven't changed the wording, it's a flat +2 at the start of the game. And then you just add in whatever points you spend there. You can spend 2 points per level in any given skill. So given 5, there could be a big spread. There could be, very good at a couple little things. Then you would add, like you would in normal, like most D&D role-playing game type things, you would add in your stat attribute bonus. So if I was doing intimidation, that's physical, so I would add my physical stat plus whatever proficiency bonuses I may have, and that would give me that number. I don't know what else is different. We kind of got rid of the proficiency bonus. We kept that same exact number for the to hit and the saving throw number if you were proficient with it, because we couldn't really come up with a good way to be able to spend skill points without having someone to go, oh, I get a +15 to hit. I'm never gonna miss, like, unless I roll an @1.
That's your prowess bonus?
Yeah, so we changed that to
prowess.
prowess because I wanted to change the name, make it a little bit more like you're good at these things. We added DR to armor. Other than that, it's kind of the general changes. We have a new layout to our character sheet just to kind of accommodate some of that.
Yeah, as you can see on the screen for all you watchers, what was exactly Bill explained and whatnot, and the changes that we made. Yeah, like the old character sheet looked very, very similar to 5e, basically. So with minor
and we're not far off.
We're not, but
yeah, we want people to be able to pick up this game and be like, okay, I generally get how all this works because I played D&D or I played this other role playing game. It's not like astronomically different. But, yeah. So I think everyone, we talked about our leveling up last time. Yeah. So we're level 4 characters at this point. So we would have had, like for our attributes, we'd have a total of +5. But then at level 4, you gain a +1 into any one stat, like attribute bonus you want. So like Quinn put it in social.
I think let's just kind of go over what you did. What's different from this character to the old character. So we'll start off with you, Quinn. That way everybody can get a general idea of what direction we're going with.
Yeah, for sure. So again, we dropped our overall like attributes that we had from the 6 to the 4. So that did make Quinn, his physical is up to a +3. So naturally it makes him more like strength as well, because strength and dex is kind of mixed together. But you role play it as more like, I'm not the strong guy, I'm the quick guy, I'm the agile guy. My fortitude, basically a quick conversion from constitution, is the same at a +1. Because you can take a -2 in this system. Yeah. I took a -2 to my mind. I've always been a fan of being able to be like, I am really bad at one thing, and going with it. So dropped my mind to -2, and my social went to a +3 base, and then it's a +4 because that's where I put my extra 1 in there. As far as skills go, I'm proficient with intimidation. I didn't do anything with it. Like I left it. It's a +5 because of the base proficiency and my physical. My perception, which I was proficient with before as well. I put a few points in, so I've got a +6 to my perception, despite my -2 to my mind. That also is a class feature I have, that I can use my perception as my initiative bonus. So that's another point why I wanted to keep that semi-decent. And then I basically put points in insight, persuasion, and streets to kind of like keep the theme of who Quinn is. So I'm not super well versed, but I'm very good at a couple things.
With that, do you want to go next, Nathan?
Sure. I can just kind of explain where my character was and where he went. That's what you're looking for, right?
Yeah. Just kind of generalize. Right. Yeah, I mean, nothing too in depth, But
all right, I'm not gonna give you the whole life story. So Rickard Benson is my character, and he's a human academic born in space. His occupation is student. All that stuff is the same as it was. As far as the stats go, in the old style, his strength was +0. His dex was +2, and his constitution was +1. In the new system, I just interpreted that as physical +1 and fortitude +1. So he's just a little bit decent at both of those things. He was more dexterity, less strength before, but that's a style thing, like Bill was talking about. Yeah. So his intelligence was +3, wisdom was +1, and charisma was -1. So I interpreted that as a +3 to mind and a 0 in social. But when I went up to level 4, I gave myself a +1 in social.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. He's got friends now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as his skills, like it was just straight transfer over. Some of them got a little bit different because I've got mind and fortitude saves from that I've got proficiency with from being academic. But as far as skills, he's got 4 of them. He got investigation, insight, arcanotech, and powers. So most of his stuff is under the mind section. He's good at that stuff. Even though he's only got a +1 in it. Well, he's got a +1 in everything else. So, he's pretty decent at, or halfway decent at some different stuff. Stealth, sleight of hand, piloting a little bit as well. So yeah, that's basically him. Nothing really changed other than that. I mean, he's got some powers still, but I think that's basically the same. I'm not sure if I got the power save correct, but I bet it's close.
We'll look at it later.
All right, well, that's Benson.
Awesome. Molly, do you want to go next?
Yeah, my connection's kind of going in and out because Verizon is being a goofy little guy, so I'll try to be quick. Molly hasn't really changed all that much. When I leveled up, I decided to make her physical +2 just because of her high dexterity, and just didn't choose stuff like fitness or intimidation. Her fortitude is a +1. She's doing a lot of substances. She's got to have a little bit of that survival in her. Her mind is a +3, which goes up to a +4.
Oh, speaking of Verizon.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Because my girl is a smarty pants. And a -1 in socialization because she kind of stinky, she kind of small, and honestly, the only person she can really talk with is her wife.
Yeah.
Who knows how she got into that situation?
Yeah, indeed. Sandy, aka Twerk.
I am blind and have no idea what I'm doing, but I have numbers on my sheet, so that's good.
Okay.
I think if I did this right,
Yeah.
I moved everything over, and so Torque is very physical and mind, so she has a +6 in physical and mind. I'm not sure if I did that right because everybody else doesn't seem to have numbers that high, and I'm like, oops. But then she has a +1 in fortitude and social. So, and then yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I feel like I'm lost. So okay.
This is what Bill is here for.
Yeah. So with your stats, your attributes, they should only add up to a total of +6. Like if you add the +3, +1, +2, plus whatever, should add up to +6. And you can have a -2 in any one thing to alter that.
Okay, cool.
And then you can only ever go up to a +5 in a given attribute score unless you have a superpower that tells you can do others.
Okay, so let me adjust this. So I had 5 points to start with, and then at some level we got +1 in one of them.
Yes.
Yes,
Level 4, you got a +1.
Okay.
You'll get that, just like D&D. You'll get the plus attribute modifier every so many levels.
4 levels.
Yeah, every 4 levels. Yeah.
That's fine. 3, 1.
And for watchers out there, our system, we initially started out at 10 levels. This upgrade that we did, we've now got it up to 12 levels that you can play up to. And the party is presently at 4th level. So yeah,
I like that change.
Spinal Tap +1. You thought it was cool when it went to 11. Goes to 12, baby.
How we do it.
So,
Okay. All right,
Wait,
so
there's
that
more.
has reset. Okay, I gotcha. All right, so
and the way we've got the system, basically you've got classes, and each class has a whole list of specializations that you can choose from. And each specialization has basically 3 abilities. At a certain level and whatnot, you can start doing basically like multi-class. You can start cross-classing those specializations. But the cool thing about that is that once you choose the versatile specialization, it becomes basically your natural specialization. So the next time you get a specialization bonus or whatever, you can actually like pick out of those categories instead of going, wait a minute, I have to wait for another versatile specialization. So what basically we have done is we've basically taken the system and created a thing where you have endless possibilities, basically, and no characters are alike unless if you sit there and copycat off of your, your other player, your other teammate, so on and so
You have
forth.
to try hard.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all are sitting down together and making the exact same thing, then that's the only way. But yeah, warriors can be a multitude of things now and stuff like that, as well as our other character classes. And then we throw in extra shit on top of everything. You get the opportunity to get powers, which is basically like the way I describe basically Astroplex, the Spire and Sprawl is Cyberpunk meets Batman Beyond. Basically, you've got that element of, high technology and this, that, and the other, but then you add basically superhero powers to your character. That is an option that you can have. So far, 3 out of the 4 players, unfortunately, Molly did not get one yet.
I was born with one, okay?
No,
I can turn
that is-
simple mechanical
that
objects
is true.
off and on.
So, and what she's talking about is we have basically a species that is known as Weave Touch. Weave is basically our version of the internet, but imagine internet on basically supernatural superhero crack. Basically, it's all woven with magic and this, that, and the other. And Molly's character, or Molly's Belle the players, Molly the character, Weave Touch has a power that can basically turn on and off basically electronics, the technology of the world and stuff like that, if it's feasible. Now, mind you, a lot of places and whatnot have safeguards against that, but so far Molly's rolled really, really good and turning stuff on and off. So
My girl knows a power switch when she sees it.
yeah.
And she has a technical mind, so she's like, well, I don't need to turn off the whole machine. I just need to turn off this little gear.
Exactly. So how we coming, Torque, aka Sandy? Do we need to continue talking?
math is hard.
Okay, always. It's all right. But
So
yeah.
everyone, it's time for me to discuss what we will do with this loose baggie of erotic tofu that Benson programmed into Quinn's food bot. In this essay,
Yes.
essay,
No.
I will discuss the many things we can use this for.
Uh-huh.
After
So
Benson also gives a quick overhaul of the qualities of erotic tofu, because I think it was described as like really light and like airy, but also kind of squishy.
Yeah, foam.
Ugh.
Foam. Yeah.
Only slightly better than
Yeah.
whatever
Go-
tofu one of Quinn's ex-girlfriends liked.
go-
Look,
go-
I think the important thing with erotic tofu is that you respect that people have different tastes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Give me a rat burger. Give me a rat wurst any day,
I'm assuming, Dave, the ladies had left at this point, right? We're enjoying the breakfast.
No, they're sitting there.
We're just chilling.
Yeah, no, they've definitely left, and y'all are discussing on
Quinn is
what to do next.
Sitting like 15 feet away from anyone he can possibly sit away from. Like sitting there, he's got his like coffee. He's like rubbing his head. Oh, sorry guys, I got a killer headache today. I don't know. It's just there's something about last night drained me a little bit. I don't know, but
Yeah, sorry about. I think I might have broken your laundry chute. You might want to.
I'll call someone.
Might want to get that fixed. Yeah.
We'll call someone. Okay.
This is really weird water. It's milk.
Yeah. That would be it's not water, but it's okay. It's good for you. Does a body good.
Yeah.
Hopefully the breakfast was to everyone's liking. The girls worked hard on that.
They did. Why did they need 9 people to come over? How many of them were there?
It
6?
wasn't 9.
It was
6.
It was quite a few people. I think one of them was just like holding a bowl at one point.
It's only 6 girls, and that they came after work, and
6 girls, 1 kitchen.
6 of them, but they came straight after work, and they hung out for a while, and they got up this morning to cook everyone breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
I have a pet I need to level up, and I have no idea how to do that. Have y'all worked on that?
it should be all in the rules there for your pet.
Just give him more legs. Problem solved.
More legs set.
Nope.
Done.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I haven't done anything with ties. Did we do that?
We did not do ties on this test run.
Not officially yet.
I'm not going to worry about that then.
Okay.
Okay, guide, and you have a robot familiar.
Yes.
How many points have you put into that tree? I think we got rid of the third one, didn't we?
We did.
Okay, because I don't think we updated that. All right, we'll have to work on that.
We can, okay, because I maxed her out.
Yeah. But I think you basically have all the special
tiers.
Abilities, the bond, the companion bond sections, I think.
Yes, I have all those, yeah.
Okay, so so they're the hit points are equal to your fortitude.
I got that. I guess it's just how do I turn her stats
Mind.
to the 4 stats?
Oh yeah.
Because I think I got her stats from you guys. Like y'all, the stats are there. Like, aren't they? No.
The hit point should be your fortitude plus your mind plus 5 times your guide level. So 20 plus your fortitude plus your mind is how many hit points it has.
Okay, wait. 20 plus your fortitude plus your mind. Hold on. There's 400 tabs open. Fortitude is 0. Mind is 2. So 22.
22.
Okay.
So we'll have it moves at your speed. It has a +2 to fortitude, +2 to mind. Or sorry, +2 to physical, +2 to fortitude, and a 0 on the other 2.
+2 to physical and +2 to what?
Fortitude.
Okay.
And then a 0 on the other 2.
Okay.
It will have a +4 to perception, +4 to stealth. I think that's the only thing that really. Let's see. Melee attack is 2 plus half your level rounded up. So It would be a plus
+4 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it had before. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, I can do that.
Cool. All right. Well, oh man, I had. We gotta go find these rat squirrel people, right?
The rat gang, they control not as large of BDT of like a portion, but they control quite a large section of the depths. The rat lords, this might shock you guys, but they're a little more war crimey than my father-in-law.
I mean, I'll take that as a bonus, I guess, if we're gonna do something.
Yeah.
Cool.
When I was just fresh out of my residency, I'd go into that area just to get back to the community, stop people from overdosing, that sort of stuff. And they shot at me quite a lot.
Good to know. Speaking of, right?
Did they often hit you? Maybe they were just playing.
As a person from the depths, I know the difference between a little kid messing around with a laser gun, not putting it on stun, shooting you a couple times in the leg. It's a completely you can just feel the intent in the bullets.
I get you. These are some bad vibes shots as
opposed very bad vibes.
Playful, flirty shots. That's not what you were picking up.
I mean, my wife shot me when we first met, and that was very flirty. It was flirty. And then I was shortly shot by a rat lord. So I think I can tell the difference. It might have been shock.
That's a lot of shooting. I actually prefer 0 shooting in my courtship rituals. But
I'm with Benson. No shooting with weapons.
I mean, their kind is different. They like strength. They like cleverness.
I mean, I get that. I've had some partners that have wrestled the shit out of me before.
That them robots got some strength.
Hey, man. I had a relationship with a Pilates machine one time that was all about the resistance. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me. Did you get yourself checked for oil burns afterwards? Because those can really turn into some nasty fungal infections.
Oh, I didn't have to get myself checked. That shit was pretty obvious after every session. But I was okay. I found some good balm, for my burns.
I'm looking up the erotic tofu wiki, and it is actually kind of a burn cream. It can be used like that.
Huh.
It's a mitigator,
Believe it or not, I've never tried that. I mean, it's.
It's kind of up there with drink chamomile to realign your auras. I actually think this is a pyramid scheme website.
Huh.
All right. So back to the rat dudes.
Rat dudes, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find
your
him.
Father-in-law, very good guy. I mean, I don't know why you're so scared of the guy. He's like a teddy bear.
Yep.
Did he want us to bring this guy back alive, if possible? Was that the thing? So he could, extricate blood from the.
I think if we can get, I'd say it's 25, it's 75%. It'd be really great if you get him to me alive. But those guys are slippery. They're squirmy. They can dislocate their spines and stuff. It's really gross. So if he's too slippery, I think we can just bring him the head, and he'll be okay with that.
All right. I mean, on that note, the last job we kind of did, picking up that god-awful device, we ran some guys with some stun weapons, some strong-arm taser pistols. I picked up 3 of them from the site during our battle on our way out. I'm gonna hold on to one just in case. But I thought I'll need 3. So if anyone else wants to take one, anyone who's pretty decent with a shot, we could tase the guy.
Yeah.
It does use some Arcano tech, so it could cause some harm or use of, some of your energy. But it could potentially put someone out for a good amount of time.
I mean, I'll take one,
All right. And he's gonna put the gun on the table, like the coffee table. I'm assuming now we're kind of maybe in my little living room space there.
Oh yeah.
And he's gonna set it down and almost scurry back into one of the chairs, trying to get his distance again from the group.
Dude, what's up? Why are you all the way over there? I can barely hear you.
I don't know what it was. Something last night, with the ladies. It's like
you got some kind of smell on you. What's going on?
It's like I could hear what they wanted. I knew what they needed. I could feel, all the right times and the beats and the, what they were looking for. It was weird. I've never experienced it, and it's like when I'm too close to anyone right now, it's like I almost can imagine what you're thinking about.
Rad.
I don't know what it is.
Are you? Molly kind of inches into your maximum distance, and just okay, can you tell what I'm thinking now? And she's imagining at one Space Thanksgiving how BDT swallowed a mega turkey carcass whole. And then he got a tummy ache.
How does he swallow something that big? That's impressive.
Whoa, what were you thinking about, buddy?
I was thinking about my father-in-law.
That's not clarifying it for me.
Turkey. One of them game birds.
Mega turkey. Those guys are super irradiated, but it gives this really nice sour note to their meat. It's good.
So you didn't say that out loud, did you?
I didn't. No.
What the hell? I don't know what this is. This is weird. When I got hurt, did you give me anything really weird, like some sort of?
No, it was just
into some weave, hallucinogenic or something.
I mean, sometimes binding powder will kind of get into the bloodstream and create some new connective tissue. If that got past the blood barrier membrane in your mind, it might have just given your neurons some extra arms. But I think that just make you a faster thinker. It wouldn't give you
I've never been that fast with that, so
your shit got jazzed, bro.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the technical explanation. I'm sorry.
That's weird.
I don't mean to go over your head.
No, I mean, yeah, it's strange. And at one point, I was floating. It was, I don't know.
Like the gravity in your room was turned off?
Maybe that.
Okay.
I didn't think I had settings for that, but you guys were all messing with my computers and stuff last night.
Oh,
I just figured someone did something weird.
That was mostly culinary, dude. Very little gravity.
When I went down the chute, I did turn off the defense system, so that might have chain of events. I don't know much about Arcana tech. I just turn it off and on, like Benson.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's usually a pretty good strategy.
Yeah.
Either way, if we're all ready, maybe we can jump in the van.
Yeah. Do you need headphones or something? Because you're not going to be able to stay 15 feet away from us while we're in the.
Just maybe we play some music or something, or everyone thinks of non-robo erotica.
And
So,
now everyone's immediately thinking of a rustic cat.
Stop it.
Benson is just humming in his head as loud as he can, like at every space shanty that he knows is going through his head. But they're mostly filled with dirty limericks. So sorry about that, Gwen.
Molly is internally, you mentioned like music, and she's like, Barry Manilow, and now it's all Copacabana, but it's like just one section of it over and over and over and over.
Talk, maybe you can just pick a station we can listen to on the drive, so we're all on the same.
Hey, there's tools on the truck, right? Like
they go round and round. Yeah.
Yes, there was.
Yeah. All right. So that's awesome, man. Like, you know what? I'm gonna like do some research while we're driving around. All right. Like, I'm not really gonna pay attention. I got some shit to do back here. I'm working on a project for Quinn.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay.
Do you have a problem with small spaces? Quinn.
Oh, Quinn, can you read Torque's mind?
I don't know. Can I read Torque's mind? There.
I don't know if it's a mind more than a
That's
program.
the sound that's coming from Torque's mind.
I'm cool with that being like that.
It's just a lot of like 01010101 in Torque's voice.
For now, I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I dig that. No, I actually Torque's a pleasant void space there for me. Maybe.
Do you have a problem with small spaces, Quinn?
No, I don't mind small spaces. It's depending on what they.
I'm gonna go to the back of the van. I'm gonna hit a button, and the ceiling's gonna lower. And there's a bed in there, and it's like a little cubby where you can sleep, and we can store stuff and smuggle stuff with Molly.
Oh.
So you can go up there. I can shut it, and you'll be cut off from everybody and in a nice, quiet area if you need it.
Oh, I was
But
actually.
you
thinking
can't
maybe-
like roll over.
It is like a coffin.
That's possible. I just, I can get through it. I'll work through it. I'll figure it out. It's all new to me. If something happened and I got some sort of weird, juice, it'll wear off, I'm sure. But, maybe I just sit up front with you and the other two can ride in the back, and then
Okay.
I'm a little bit more removed, and maybe I can work on honing it so it's not just.
I'll try to control my thoughts. Hey, so seriously, Quinn, I'm gonna see what I can do. What I want to do is like try to work up some kind of, even if it's temporary, like something like we had such good success with those glasses that hid you from surveillance from the weave. I'm like, I bet I can make some kind of Arcanotech mind shield situation, some kind of tinfoil hat.
Well, as long as you can work it into something, designer, we'll be set. But whatever the prototype looks like, I think
Well,
that'll be worth it.
Look, man, I gotta create. I'm making no promises, but I'll do my best.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's honestly, I'll figure it out. We'll make it work. Otherwise, I'll stay about 10 feet away from people. It seems to be about when things trigger. So.
And with that, y'all leave Quinn's place.
Yep.
Yeah.
Throw
Who
Molly
took
up in the bed in
guns?
her little nest. Quinn can be by me, can't read my mind. And then Benson can be way in the back.
Benson took one of the guns. Who else grabbed one of the stun?
Molly did.
Okay. Cool. So I'm gonna delete that. Oh, actually, here I altered the stats a little bit because I had. Let me fix them in the thing. I have things that make them a little bit better distance. I put on them, but
You can actually use PowerPoints to feed these too, right?
yes. So you can either take damage or use PowerPoint. every character starts with 1 power point, whether you gain the power or not. But if you want to use it without power points, you have to take damage.
Yeah.
So what's the hit number? Is that our physical
Whatever
save?
your physical plus your prowess, I'm assuming your rebel was proficient with that sort of weapon.
Yeah.
Because it's like a light pistol. If you're proficient in like light firearms, you should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, you leave the sanctuary, the immaculates of Quinn's neighborhood. Are you traversing work via hover fly mode, or are you physically actually driving down the spire all the way to the depths?
Oh no, I think we'll fly.
With that, give me a... Did we change it back to piloting? We did. Give me a piloting check.
No. I don't have any dice. Hold on.
We will make up a number. Nat 1.
Nope.
I don't like
11.
Hey,
I rolled 11.
I rolled a 19. You can have it if you want.
Here, let me roll mine. Let's see what Molly got.
I actually rolled a 19 as well.
Oh,
and
there you go.
Yes.
my bonus is a +8 on that, so 19 plus 8.
Yeah. I mean, you are natural at driving. You weave in and out of the various levels of congestion and just the natural insanity of 500 million people living in a 5-mile area. And levels upon levels upon levels upon levels upon levels until you get to the ground and you see the dirty, the grimy, the grungy entrance to the depths. And it is a far cry from where y'all were, from where Quinn's immaculate palace / sanctuary was, way up in the tippy tops of the spire itself. Y'all are at ground zero. You know from there that the depths get even more complicated as the neighborhoods, the pipe works itself just runs underneath the ground levels of the spire and the sprawl itself. And it's the bowels of Astroplex. It is the network of pipes, tunnels, cables, and the like. And with that, have you ever been to Molly's neighborhood? The Dark Side Ghetto? Has
Yes.
Molly ever taken you?
Yes.
Okay. And with that, you managed...
I've had to get her out of stuff a lot. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cried at my wife's windows a couple times. Got shot at in an unfriendly way.
Quinn Benson, is this the first time y'all ever entered the depths, into the pipeworks, into the Dark Side Ghetto, where the light of the sun never shines?
I kind of doubt it. I suspect I've been here a few times. I don't think it's like a hangout, but you know, sometimes you need ingredients.
Yeah, this is the place to find those ingredients. Quinn?
No, Quinn's never been here in his life. Of course not. Why would he have come to this sort of location? Look around. Oh, Molly, this is like where you live. This is what a very wonderful place. So
Molly
much character.
scampers down from the, like, there's like this much space between the roof bed and the top of the ceiling, and she just kind of scampers down. She's like, just smell that air. It is thick. That is air you can chew, and that is how you know you're in the depths. Everything sinks down here. Every fart, every belch of gas.
I think I'm gonna not. I think
it's beautiful.
I don't think that's like a selling point. When you go to sell your place down here.
I mean, like.
Honestly, it smells like your CO2 scrubber's got an infection.
I mean, honestly, like, if you think about what I've always loved about where I was born is that when you think about the ecology of the place, like down here is why the people at the top of the Spire have clean air to breathe. Everything just sinks down here. And then, we've, like, the bugs don't need great air quality. So they're able to, like, really be efficient with it. And, eventually when it rains or condensates, it doesn't rain down here. All that sludge just drains into the water system, gets cleaned up, sent back to where it can be used again. Circle of life, baby.
I suppose by that theory, then thank you.
I look out the window. I see an old friend, and I give him a friendly shot to the leg.
Oh.
He whizzes by him quick. He yells out.
I mean, it's you're aiming at the leg, but they hear the shot and they're like, "Oh, that's a friend."
Yeah.
The makeshift buildings begin getting more and more so as Torque weaves in and out of the pipework, and y'all start to get into the outside ghetto itself. Leaking pipes, steam everywhere, sparks from cabling. But the makeshift buildings are everything from DIY shelters, shops, community centers, all woven and stacked on top of each other to form this weird city within a city. Have you already told Torque the coordinates of the place that you're supposed to go to? And you remember, Molly, looking at the group, that the group is not going to fit in, and it's going to be a sore thumb sticking out.
Oh, guys. Torque, stop the car. Molly's gonna see if we can stop near like a consignment store.
Torque.
Okay.
You pull over, and yeah, I mean it is what it is.
Hey, this one has a pretty decent roof. Ooh, and
why was stopping here?
They're not even moldy.
Thought it looked okay.
Quinn, if you walk into the area that we're going into dressed like that, I think they're gonna skin you alive and use your skin as a little scarecrow to teach teach the little ones how to stab rich folks just like you. So we need to
workout outfit. Only
yeah.
like 400 units.
Do you want to see the newest stuff in this store? She holds. Can I roll to see what kind of thing I pull out of just a random bin?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me
investigation, probably.
Yeah, let's do investigation.
Okay, my investigation is
a 7. We are going to say the way it's going to break down is this. Is if you roll a 12, it's just average goods and whatnot is all this place has for the most part.
If I roll a 20, I pull out Prada.
Actually, if you roll a 20, you actually pull stuff that looks like it is definitely been stolen from Quinn or those type shops and stuff like that. Some of them even have the little bar code still like attached.
Or like they have like a big ink splotch on them.
Yeah, yeah. And if you roll a nat 1, I mean, it's just people turned into old, oily, shredded rags, basically.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, it's a 15 plus 7.
So you rolled a 15.
Mm-hmm.
So that determines the quality of the goods.
Right.
And then
my ability. That's my ability to find it.
Yeah. So the plus is going to give you. I'm going to say the plus give you the quantity. So you actually find 7 outfits of that quality.
Okay. Molly's. She doesn't
need
an outfit.
And you can describe them as the parameters.
Okay, so one of them is like it used to be like a pure white suit. It's still got like the matching vest. It's actually got like little spats at the bottom. The crotch is stained yellow. We've got just like a really nice, like feathery kind of like flapper dress looking thing. There might be a rat. Like you look at the face of like kind of like the end of the feathers and it kind of looks like a rat face and you're like, is that still alive? And you can't really tell, and it might be better not to know. There's a big coat made of pockets. And that's not like it has a lot of pockets, like it's a lot of pockets sewed together. And it's kind of tough to like find the armholes and stuff. And then there are also 4 matching tracksuits in kind of like a tie-dye magenta, like poop color. And you can't tell if the poop was like there before or if like it was just like the dye really didn't take well. And these are like discards from like a factory. And they're all in our size.
Well, those are outfits. I guess one of the track suits, I suppose.
What a great choice. Oh, you know what? I think this one is just your size, Quinn. And that was a 7, so Molly gets poked by a used needle. Ooh. Well, I'm glad I took that out of the pocket before I gave it to you. And she like flicks her hand and it just kind of like clatters to the street.
Give me a fortitude saving throw, please.
Fortitude saving throw. Okay. Can I have it be survival?
No.
Okay. That's a 9, so that's a flat 10. Sorry, guys, I got space aids.
All right.
Molly's she's gonna also put on a tracksuit. Torque, Benson, I think we've got tracksuits in your size too.
Hey, I found this hat.
That's incredible. Can you describe the hat, please?
Give me a second. I'm gonna put it on.
Oh, God.
Is it a process to put it on?
It's a thing, you guys. I have Arcanotech needs and shit. Look, relax. It'll be fine.
How much do all these wonderful apparel cost us?
You quickly do the math, Molly, and it's gonna. It's gonna cost you about 50 units.
50 units for these things?
I mean, these are like the nicest things they have. Like, look at these tracksuits.
All right, if you say so.
Like, I can still tell this is white. She points at
Fair
something
enough.
that looks gray. She points at it, it looks gray. Like, to your guys' eyes, it's very gray. Oh my god. Benson, that's a really big head. Like, are you sure it's gonna...
It's just close to your face. Relax.
Tags on it and everything.
That's what the cool kids are doing, right?
That's incredible. You should totally get that.
I'm so getting it. You see it on my head? We're rolling with this.
Oh, you know what would look really cool? You gotta put your sunglasses on, too. Can you do that?
Yeah, that's also a process. Just we're gonna have to chill out for a sec. There we go. Yeah, I think we're gonna go like that. That's
You look great. Like, it's honestly adding like a lot of mystery to you. Like, it's like, oh, who is that man? What's in his eyes?
Alright. Here's 50 units. Let's get back on the road. The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
Molly drops a bullet into the tip jar.
What did Torque pick? Or did Torque allow Molly?
Torque did not. Torque's like, I don't need to wear clothes.
Please, at least wear the jacket.
No.
Please.
I will put some grease on.
Please, I'll clean my corner. I'll clean my corner at your shop.
I
had
think
a
I
girl
would
tell me
stick
that
out
one
more
time.
with clothes than without.
Please.
They'd be like, what kind of robot does she think she is that she's wearing clothes?
Please.
Then all the big bugs would be all like up in my face.
But
in my grill.
maybe you need a hat.
Sounds like it.
Well, I mean, I'm getting the one in your size anyway, and we can just have it in case you wanna.
Okay. Okay.
Gonna go into the changing room, change.
Oh,
come
there's
back
no
out with
changing room. Are you kidding?
That wasn't the changing room.
That wasn't the
That was
changing
maybe their
room.
office or something. No wonder that guy looked at me weird.
Oh, he wasn't looking at you weird. He was very excited to see you.
Well, I got my clothes here. I'm gonna find a spot in Torque's van that's safe. Gonna go out, find a nice safe place to put my expensive clothes.
Oh, I have a lockbox, Quinn. Here. I'll show him what a lockbox is.
Maybe we should hit the road then.
And as you do, go ahead and give me. Okay, here's my question to y'all.
Chocolate.
Nope, not gonna help.
No, I thought we were ordering ice cream.
No.
Sorry.
Molly, knowing the neighborhood, knowing how dangerous it is, knowing that y'all basically need to go in stealthily, how much of that do you tell work?
Oh, I mean, all of it. Honestly, it's kind of like Molly's concerns are a little kind of double-sided on this. On one hand, Torque's vehicle is very well maintained, very quiet, runs so smooth, it's gorgeous. Like, sound-wise, we should be able to avoid a certain amount of detection. But on the other hand, it's not a piece of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So people will immediately be able to tell that and kind of see it as like a cash cow.
Yeah.
Like sure, we've got a lockbox, but like they're gonna take our freaking wheels. They're gonna take our hover strats. Do you have like cloaking on this, Torque?
do I have cloaking or do I have autopilot where it can fly out and go somewhere and come back when we need it?
That would be that.
That
would be nice.
If we are asking story guide that question,
Yes.
then
What do you think?
y'all have proven before that you definitely have autopilot on your van. Y'all did not have cloaking, as y'all basically painted the thing with black grease and all kinds of messed up stuff on the last mission.
Yeah.
So
I think that's my plan, Molly. I will send it off and it can hover safely and come back and get us.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get gone.
as y'all take off down through the interworkings of the dark side ghetto, Court.
Yep.
Are we trying to blend in as much as possible, or how are we moving through this area? Like I said before, these are DIY shelter shops, community centers, all woven together, stacked on top of each other. I mean, they're any and everything that people can find to build shelters out of. And it is just this mass of metal and wood and plastic and this, that, and the other. And you know for a fact that what Molly has told you, there is a specific section that y'all have to get to.
Well, the good thing is, being a guide, I have urban awareness.
Awesome.
Which
What does
gives
that,
me...
What does that do?
I am one with the world around me. I have become adept at moving through the various obstacles that present themselves within a city, starship, or space station. While within such an environment, you gain the following. So I ignore difficult terrain.
Okay.
Which it sounds like this would be difficult.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This is going to drop your difficulty down.
I gain advantage on initiative rolls.
That's even better.
So if somebody's trying to cut me off, they have to beat my initiative. I get to go first.
Yeah.
And the next is combat related. On my first turn of combat, you gain advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet acted.
Okay. So, with that knowledge and whatnot, instead of piloting, because we're good at doing that, we know interwoven this, that, and the other. Instead, we're going to use our stealth ability to add a layer to your piloting. So I need a stealth roll with advantage because of your urban awareness.
Okay. I was looking to see if my transport does anything, because I also have transport stuff. But
and does anybody else want to add any possibilities to that?
I was just curious.
I've got a really good stealth.
Could Quinn roll like a streets to see if there was like symbols or signs that would that he knows of that would denote like certain like territories for these rat lords, or some sort of signal that they should give if they came across someone to try to be a little bit more hidden.
So 2 factors in that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have immediately told you no, because you said you have never been in this area before. But you hung out exclusively with BDT and had a very, very good relationship building up with him, to the point that he would have showed you the various gangs and the various, the different rat lords actually, and what each one, their symbols are, and their territories and this, that, and the other. So yeah, so let's go ahead and give me that streets roll. Molly, Vincent, do y'all want to add to helping Torque out?
So we're doing streets or
No,
stealth?
you're doing stealth.
Okay.
Gwen is going to be doing streets, but don't roll that stealth yet, Torque.
Okay.
Can I use my birthplace being here? I've actually got sewer navigation, which is the ability to move through city environments without being slowed by difficult terrain, as long as the difficult terrain is not caused by a power or arcana tech. Can I just use that to get an automatic success?
I will allow that, yes.
Okay.
Vincent?
So I'm actually in the back of the truck. I'm still working on some kind of thing for Quinn.
Oh
like I'm serious. Like I got this cool hat on, which is really inspiring me.
Yeah. So, on a different note, Vincent,
I mean, once Benson figures out how to turn that hat backwards, like it's done. He's gonna be too cool for us.
Benson, go ahead and give me a toolkit check. Or let's see. Actually, you're trying to figure it out. So let's do Arcana first. Or
Okay.
Arcanotech first.
Arcanotech, and
Yeah.
I've got some tools back here, right? So
Yeah.
All right.
We're in the planning stages at first. We haven't actually started building yet. So.
Sure. Well, I guess I'm asking, do I get my engineering bonus for
Absolutely.
making checks when using equipment and tools? Okay. So with my engineering bonus, I've got a 26 today.
You think from that previous, because you made sure to make blueprints of the helmet that y'all stole.
So, all right. Well, I mean, maybe I can parlay that kind of information into some kind of I'm just trying to give Quinn a break so he doesn't have to go all scanners and start exploding people's heads and stuff. So he needs a little quiet. I need like some noise canceling earbuds for his brain.
Yeah. So with the combination, there were some parts in the actual helmet that you could easily take out of, not so much to take out of the actual helmet, but through the blueprints and whatnot, devise and this, that, and the other. And so what does this new design look like?
So he wanted something pretty slim and trim, right?
Yeah.
I think really what I'm going for is like, oh, sorry, I'm fucking up my background here. I'm going for something really kind of chill, like a headband.
Okay.
It's a headband. That's what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So far, you dropped the blueprints for this new design and whatnot, and you're pretty sure it's going to work. You just got to now start putting it together.
Oh, I'm always sure it's going to work, man. That's how I roll.
Yeah. So, are we going to actually start doing that now? As you start to hear the engine start to like slow down and almost go into this quiet mode and.
Oh no, man, we're like on a mission here. I mean, I just don't like looking out the window when we're driving. I get kind of car sick, so I want something to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and give me that tool set check.
You want to roll again?
Well, that was design. So
that was design. All right. So I got a good design.
You got a solid design. So.
All right. I don't know. Actually, I didn't have a tool set thing on my sheet before, so I just have Arcanotech. Is that an Arcanotech roll again?
Here's the cool. No. So your tool set check is going to be, what did we say, Bill? It was your. Well, we don't have a proficiency bonus.
No. Yeah, you would have. So if you're proficient with a tool based on the class feature, background feature, you start with a +2 plus your stat. and it's a skill just like any other. So you could have put points.
Yeah.
So if you want to shuffle around a little bit.
Well, I didn't. So let's assume I don't know. The flashbacks are messing with my mind. I'll probably have to look at that again and look more in depth. So I don't know. I'll roll again and assume it's like a +5-ish.
So
that cool?
So, well, so we'll say plus. We'll just go with the base right now for that tool set. But here's the cool thing is that Torque had mentioned that her van is fully operational as a shop. So you're gonna get a +5 to that +2.
Oh, and actually, it's my proficiency. It's my proficiency bonus plus my what do you call mind bonus? So that's gonna be a 6 right there.
Yeah.
So it's actually gonna be a +11. So
yeah,
I'll roll that. That's pretty good. Oh, that's good. I got a 16 total. It's not that great.
Okay. Yeah, you start putting it together.
I mean, I'm building it in the back of a van while we're driving to.
Yeah, absolutely. You're unfortunately, you this prototype, you're pretty sure that it's the drain on it. As far as using it, may be a little high.
Okay.
But it'll work for now. I mean, because it's just the activation of the item usually causes, and you're used to taking damage all the time and stuff like that, so maybe, but so
that's some. But like Quinn could probably expend some of his own internal power to like turn this on and block out the unwanted thoughts, right?
You're thinking so, maybe. I mean, if Quinn even has powers, you're not too sure what the hell's going on.
Well, I mean, it sounds like it, man. Hey, you know what? So, can I make a roll to see if I can figure out what's going on with his powers? Like,
absolutely. Give me a
observation.
Give me a powers check.
Oh, right on. Okay, so I got like a 6 with that. But you know what? I have some weird arcane knowledge, which gives me a +2. So I got a +8. Ha ha ha. Oh. Well, it's a total of 15.
15. Quinn. Kind of give Vincent kind of an overall summary of what you're going through, as far as don't get too much into mechanic wise stuff.
When a young man becomes a certain age, he goes through changes.
Yeah. Well, you see, at a certain point in time in your life. No, I mean, kind of got the gist of it, that he's been picking up surface thoughts from people nearby. He also mentioned kind of like losing gravity or like levitating a little bit at some point, but he didn't really go into super in depth on that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got some powers of flight myself. I might have some insight into that. Oh, that's cool. But so I'm pretty sure it is powers. Like it sounds like powers.
Yeah, it sounds like he's budding into a new power or a new set of powers. Yeah,
I feel pretty good about this. I'm gonna deploy the prototype into production. Or whatever. But I'll give it to Quinn later.
Okay.
Stuff in my pocket.
And with that, Quinn, give me that street
21.
21
for streets.
And Molly has automatic. So Torque, with that all plugged in, give me that stealth roll. Torque.
With what plugged in?
Don't worry about all that.
Okay. Well, you said with that plugged in. I'm like, well,
Yeah,
what?
it is me plugging it in to the difficulty that I am not telling you. And so,
Okay.
But if you roll a nat 1, that could be bad. And so.
It's a 9.
9. Okay.
Torque is not stealthy.
Yeah.
She's a big old shiny robot. I mean, not big. She's a little bitty shiny robot,
Well,
but she's not stealthy.
Well, I mean, it's piloting the van. So,
yeah, but you said to do stealth, so I was like,
well, that's what you're doing. You're piloting the van in a stealthy kind of maneuver. You know, you're not trying to stick out like the ice cream man going down the street. You know,
right.
You're trying to be the weird molester van that, you know, moves in and out of, you know, creepy neighborhoods and shit. So, and
my van, when I'm piloting it, I get the dodge action.
Yep.
And there's a vanish option too.
What's the van option?
The vanish option is you can use the hide action as a bonus action on your turn.
Okay. So I'll allow you to plug that in.
So just like give me an advantage on it.
You're gonna get advantage on the stealth roll.
Okay, let me roll one more time then. Okay, gotcha. Rolled once, it was a 9, so let's see if we do any better. 16.
16. You weave in and out of these spots. Quinn starts. First, Molly. Molly starts to tell you, oh shit, this, that, and the other about don't watch out for this crumbling, you know, tower here, and watch out for that pipe. It's belching acidic sewage that will just deteriorate your van. And y'all start to get into the actual area that these rat lords frequent, and Quinn, you start to see telltale signs of symbols. You start to see people kind of shady and whatnot, and that could be possibly, you know, scouts for these rat lords and whatnot. And what BDT had told you is the furthest out is the bottom of the chain. The closer you get into the neighborhood itself, the higher up, the more powerful these rat lords become. With a 16, I'm gonna let Quinn roll this.
Uh-oh.
Give me a D4.
4. Exist.
It's for how many women you know down here.
3.
3 women, wow.
4 times 10.
Out of 7, 8, maybe 10 rat lords, y'all managed to land in an area that is the number 3 boss man of the entire chain. And you land in, basically it's this warehouse structure looking thing. The roof has already collapsed, and you go down into the depths itself. And you land safely, quietly, without, as far as you know, without any looker-on or whatnot. You know for a fact, Quinn, that to move into this area is just a couple buildings over. And from there, y'all got to investigate. Y'all got to get in with the people. Because these people one way or another, either work for the Rat Lords or have been beaten down to the point that they're subservient to the Rat Lords. So it is a possibility that you may find allies within the mix of these people. And with that, Watchers, we're going to take a break. About 15 minutes worth. And from there, our party has left the van, trekked through the few buildings that they have maneuvered through. And we'll get off into the actual neighborhood and where they're going to go exactly, as they have options. Either a D10 roll as a random where they come in at the neighborhood, or they may choose the number in which they come in at. That is all up to the party members. If y'all have an option, please say so in chat while we take a break. 1 through 10. The majority, that's the party that goes in on. With that, Watchers, see you in 15 minutes.
If you are enjoying our content, please consider supporting us through Patreon. Patrons get access to videos early, as well as digital content easily imported into your own game or campaign. Every bit of support helps us grow as a channel. Do you enjoy watching a live game? Do you have Amazon Prime? Please consider subscribing using your Prime sub on twitch.tv/thexpguild. This is a free and easy way to support the channel. Finally, if you do enjoy this content and know others who might, tell your friends and family about the XP Guild. Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, let's get back to the show.
We find ourselves within the Rat Lord's neighborhood. And with that, who would like to give me a roll of a D10? Or do y'all want to choose a number to go in at?
I mean, I don't know much about this map, so I'd say let Molly roll a D10 and it's her home turf.
Heck yeah, it's my home turf. Snake eyes! I got a 2.
2.
Basically snake eyes.
Basically snake eyes.
Go ahead and move everybody over to number 2.
Ooh, I haven't. Oh my god. Got like 27? What the hell?
My question to each and every one of y'all, as y'all move into the neighborhood itself, into these buildings, they're old, dilapidated. They have holes and cracks and crannies in them. But you start to see people beyond these 3 buildings themselves. And what you can detect between these 3 is one's actually made of stone. Found cinder blocks to actual slabs of stonework itself, and you see it bellowing smoke out. What's everybody's passive perception, I guess, is what we're calling. We're going to be calling it something different. But yeah.
Maybe.
Would that just be 8 plus your
10 plus whatever your score is there.
16.
16.
Mine is 17.
Whoa!
Dang.
Oh, there's the hat. Now we can see his eyes.
Quinn, the smells. You've never smelled any of these kind of smells before. What's going through your brain right now?
Oh God. Yeah, he's almost like, I think the minute he steps out of the truck, he gets that like Oh, I think I'm gonna. No, it's okay. I got it. Wow, that's a. You weren't joking when you said it was thick.
There you can really chew on. Hey!
Yo.
Is it the hat, or did you get like a lot cooler?
I've always been this cool. It's just been you're failing that you haven't seen it.
All right, that's on me, bud.
The question is, Benson, did she really say that?
Well, I mean,
Ooh, and I'm out there.
I think you're getting pretty into deep philosophical territory here, man. Like, I think we're talking about a hypothetical she. Hey, guess what, buddy? You know them scanner powers that you got that's making you feel kind of mental? I got a thing for you. I'm going to pull out the headband out of the pocket of my coat. I'm like, I made this thing for you. All right.
Nice.
Now, be careful when you power it up. It's going to pull some juice. All right. So if you're not prepared, it might give you a pretty nasty headache. You dig me?
I thought this was to try to get my headache from coming.
Yeah. Well, all right.
No, I appreciate it. Actually, that kind of gives me an idea. Because, like, everyone's going to know that someone took something of value, right? Everyone has some idea that there's something out there. There was a major heist last night. What if this headband was the thing that was stolen? We just happened to have, a nice gift for the head rat lord.
I like the way you invent reality, my friend.
It's the only way to be. You gotta think like an agent, man. Like, there's a perception of the world that most people have, and the perception that I want them to have. And that's really where we gotta kind of bring those together.
Whoa.
Molly has already walked off while they're debating philosophy. She's like, okay, guys, follow me. And you guys are talking about the headband.
So go ahead and give me a stealth roll, Molly.
I'm not gonna go too far, but let's see. Stealth. Well, that's a 4. But luckily I've got a plus 11, so that's a 15.
15. You find these boxes and crates and whatnot stacked up just right there next to this giant wooden building, and you move to that location. Eventually the other two catch up, as y'all also need to make a stealth roll.
Stealth, you say?
Yeah.
Which building am I up
roll,
against?
you say?
You're actually right here.
A quote-unquote roll. Wait, did you roll 1?
No, I didn't. I rolled a 4, which, because I come somewhat prepared, ends up it's a 9. But still.
It's the hat.
I rolled a 3.
I shouldn't wear these sunglasses indoors, probably.
So,
I got a 6.
Quinn and Vincent are quite loud and arguing.
Visually, audibly.
Vincent, however, the smells and the like, you catch a whiff of metal and
You said metal?
ingots, and it is someone is making stuff.
I could smoke that.
And
Yeah, what are they making?
you're not too sure exactly what they are making, but it has to do with the different metal alloys and whatnot. The particular building you look over, and it is a stonework building,
Alright.
which would be number 5. And you see the smokestacks, and it's bellowing this soot and whatnot out of it, and this, that, and the other.
But it's this thing right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, I don't know what to do with that information other than, note it might be a place to go if we need some industrial equipment or something.
Molly, With a 16, you see beyond.
15.
It's 15? Okay.
Never mind.
It's nothing.
The building in front of y'all looks, all in all, like some kind of warehouse of sorts. It's got these 3 large doors on the side that y'all are at that would slide from one side to the other. And you kind of peek around and they got some sliding doors on the other side too. You don't see any movement because there's no windows or whatnot. But beyond that, you see carts on a long string, and you see people moving in and about these carts, and clearly it is a market beyond this warehouse looking thing.
I mean, honestly, right? I think we just need to get near people. If I can ask a couple questions and then maybe use whatever's going on with my head to glean some extra information out of them. You know, if you ask where the big boss man is, they're probably gonna think about it if they know. And then we can use that to our advantage, right? Just gotta do it in a subtle enough way that, you know, they don't freak out and start shooting at us.
Right, and I mean, like, I'd say my number one piece of advice is to maybe stop making that really grossed out expression.
Oh.
Okay. You're kind of breathing a little heavily, and I know, like, it can be, like, the thickness can be a lot.
Yeah, there's not enough oxygen down here. It's like each breath is like only like a quarter of what I get at home.
Yeah, I mean, are you like a party kind of guy? Do you party? Have you partied?
I mean, I've known to have some fun in my time.
When you go to like real cool parties, you know, usually the air is about this kind of texture just because of all the substances being smoked. Just kind of like try to reframe your brain so it's like, instead of hallucinogenic kind of euphoria inducing drugs, you know, the only real difference is that this might just cause you to grow, you know, an extra lung or close up one of your lungs. You know, it really depends on the season.
All right. I'll try. I got it. It's I'm getting there. It might take me a couple of tries.
Do you want some like mint oil or something? I keep mint oil. It's in my it'd probably either be in my alchemy kit or my doctor's kit, because that's actually something that surgeons and doctors keep in case they come across someone who's real stinky.
That sounds lovely. Put some on the collar of my tracksuit so I smell something nice.
It discolors in the areas where you put on the mint oil, but it's probably like
it's
nice and aromatic. Yeah.
All right. So, where do we think? Benson, you're eyeing that stone building. Do you think maybe there's someone over there that we could maybe befriend and get information out of, or should we go in where all those weird cots are going?
Dude, I mean...
Oh, sorry. God,
yeah.
I was trying to be stealthy.
You're just so cool.
I know I would say that. Look, I've been focused on the fashion a little bit. I really feel like I should give this another shot. Let's talk about what we're trying to find out here, because I think I could probably help us out a little bit.
All right. Well, we need to find the top boss of the Rat Lords.
Top of the rat pile.
BDT would love if we would take out any of the leaders as well, the other leaders, especially any of the top 5. And from the signs and symbols I've seen, we're kind of in the third highest boss area.
So we're looking for the local boss here, right?
Local boss, and then really we need the top dog, the number 1 rat.
So what do you think we should be looking for to find him?
Well,
Chains. They like to wear a lot of chains.
Well, I mean, honestly, if we talk to some people around here, we probably can get a lot of information. It's just a matter of subtlety and all that. And, like I was saying, maybe that stone building over there with the smoke coming out of it, maybe someone in there would have some information and maybe not be surrounded by 800 other people like in the market. And in case things go wrong, we're in a smaller confined area.
Yeah, all right. Well, so we're talking about this building that's in front of us right here. Or we're talking about
the one with the smoke coming out, the stone one. It just seems like this other one looks like a market with carts and people coming and going. There's lots in there, so someone might question or worry.
All right, Dave, this is what I want to do, and I want to deploy my sensors.
Okay.
I want to get a better read. So I want to deploy the sensors and kind of go over here and really surveil this thing. I don't know how stealthy I could be. I kind of suck at that apparently. I'll try again if you want me to. But mostly what I'm trying to do is I gotta deploy these sensors. So I'm gonna let's see. I'm gonna spend a couple PowerPoints on this, man.
Okay.
So
gonna go over your max or?
Well, okay. So let me think of this. So there is the basic deployment, which is like a D4, which I assume I could just use a PowerPoint to pay for that.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yes.
And then I guess what I want to do is spend 2 PowerPoints, turn it on, and extend its range. So 1 PowerPoint to turn it on, 1 PowerPoint to extend its range by 30 feet.
Okay, so that's 2 PowerPoints. What's your power pool right now?
I 7, unless it changed drastically when we switched systems.
No, it does not.
All right, so I should have 7 points easily that I can draw on. Okay, so I pull back the cool looking hat and glasses and deploy the sensors.
Yeah.
All right, so what that's going to do for me is within 60 feet of me, I have advantage on perception and investigation checks for creatures and items.
Okay.
That's what the rules say anyway. So I'm gonna actually kind of move over here, and
okay.
I'm trying to look at this thing, but I'll be stealthy, I'm gonna stand next to the wall over here, I'm chilling or whatever.
Okay, so give me another stealth roll, because that initial stealth roll was to walk up to this neighborhood. So now y'all are kind of trying to blend in, trying to move about,
So we're all stealth rolling?
I mean, y'all haven't moved from your spot, so
I did move up so I could get a little bit better vantage, and I can see 12 squares around me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or I get that advantage for 12 squares around me.
Yeah, exactly. So what's our stealth roll?
Let's see. The stealth. Yeah, where is it? Oh, +5. Total of 18.
18.
Not completely sucky.
Yeah.
But I'm not Batman.
So what does this look like to the rest of the party as you move away from them?
Oh, so he walks away. He kind of looks over his shoulder, and he probably looks a little shady, he's trying not to be seen. But he does pull off the hat and glasses so he can get a good view of what's going on. And he kind of shakes out his coat, and all these little buzzing, whirring devices fall out and start flying around and kind of disperse into the air around him. And he just kind of slumps up against the wall, trying to look nonchalant, but he's staring off into the distance, pulling in data from all of his little Arcanotech buddies.
Yeah. So what is Molly and Quinn doing?
We're hanging out, like we're checking out this area, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the point that Quinn had kind of pointed to. He's taken in people around, just like looking, and if anyone comes close, he's gonna try to like kind of glean thoughts off of them, but they have to be within 10 feet of him. He's more just trying to put off an air like he belongs there.
Okay.
You hear Molly think, he is not pulling this off.
So go ahead.
Disadvantage.
No. I will allow you to make another stealth roll though. So go ahead.
Stealth of this?
Yeah. Unless if you can come up with something else. I guess performance.
Well, I was thinking like a presence sort of thing, like he's trying to give off the air, but otherwise I can do either of the other ones, because I just dropped my die.
So
there it is.
I would say a presence if you walked into the market.
Okay. I mean, I'm not yet trying to walk in there yet, so it's fine. I can do performance, I guess, because I'm trying to pretend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 9.
Molly.
I'm not pulling it off.
Yeah, I got in your head, man.
Yeah.
You're trying a little too hard.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, Benson's doing pretty well. I think Molly is just gonna she's gonna try to slip closer to the door of this place. It's the door over there. I think she's actually going to go around this side.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of look at that side door and just kind of observe to see if she can see any signs, if anyone of interest is coming in and out of that space.
Okay. So you realize that as you sneak off why Quinn is having such a hard time blending in. Torque is standing stoically behind Quinn.
Quinn! Get away from Torque! You guys need to move apart.
Molly, give me...
A little shuffle closer, just...
You're just like standing in the middle of like an open space.
Yeah, he's just like, okay. There's an opening door there.
Do you actually do that where you're like,
Not used to these like weird backstreet things.
So Molly and Quinn, give me. So Quinn, actually give me a stealth roll, and Molly, give me also a stealth roll.
Okay.
That's a 16.
Oh.
Eventually these dice gotta roll.
I mean, that's a 19 plus 11, so a 30?
Yeah. You're used to these streets. You know what's up.
Oh, yeah.
You know how to hide without getting shot, stabbed, murdered.
In the wrong way. Sometimes there's a little murder between friends, like...
Benson.
Yeah, baby.
Your little gizmos go out into the wild. Do you have them lurking? Or are they just randomly buzzing about?
Well, I mean, they're just giving me advantage on my perception and investigation rolls. So I think they're just like lurking up in the air around us. Not they're innocuous. They're just around us. So that and it's not like they let me see around corners, or at least I haven't activated any ability that lets that happen. So I still need to like scoot around and see things my own self. They're just there helping. Okay. So they're probably mostly around me and
absolutely,
that kind of thing.
So What are we trying to do? Are we gonna move, or are we gonna just kind of look around in this spot right now?
So I have a question. Like, are there visible windows or any way I could see into this building?
Which one?
This guy that we're investigating.
There is a side window right here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove some stuff here. Oh, that was already open. That does not help. No, that does the exact opposite. This junk is flipping. Quit it. Yep, okay, I can't do it any further.
Which side of the building is it on?
So it's on your side.
The south side, or on the west side or whatever.
Yeah, it's
left
right
side.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like sneak around here until I can see in it, and then I'm going to do my best to like see what's going on inside there. So I'm gonna perceive or investigate or whatever.
Yeah, give me that roll.
All right. Which one do you want to do? I guess it doesn't matter. It's a 7 either way.
7?
Yep. Yeah, +7. I should have +7, and I should have advantage from my little buddies here.
Yep. So give me perception.
Okay, so that was a 15 or a 17. I'll take the 17. So that's a 24.
You peer into this building, and sure enough, it is a workshop. You see an anvil in the center. You see a forge where the smokestacks connect. You see ingots here and there. You see a quenching trough, and you see a desk, and at the desk itself seems to be a dwarven female with thick red hair, as she has it pulled back, and roughly about 4 feet tall, you guesstimate. Tan skin, obviously from being, close to fire all the time and whatnot. But definitely muscular build for sure. And it's her upper body. And she has her sleeves rolled up, and you can see that she definitely wields. She definitely does physical labor.
All right.
She seems to be sketching something.
Sketching something.
Yeah. What was that exact roll? Total?
I rolled a 17 plus 7 is 24.
24. It's a weapon that she's sketching out.
All right. Okay. So, can I relay this information to my buddies? We got like comm sets or something, right? Don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll be like, hey, look, you guys, I can see that there's somebody in there, and it's like a dwarf, kind of muscle mommy type. She looks like she's designing some kind of weapon. So I don't know if this is who we're looking for, but that's what's going on in there.
Are you gonna need the erotic tofu?
Oh no, my imagination is gonna be just fine here.
And that makes Molly gag.
Maybe that's perfect. Let's go talk to her. It's a start, right? If there's some sort of engineer, then maybe they make things for the Rat Lords, and they may or may not be friendly, so we gotta tread carefully.
Is Quinn within 10 feet of Benson right now? Because I'm concerned for what Quinn is hearing.
Yep. I am, sadly.
Right range.
I just said muscle mommy. I mean, yeah, dwarves are hot, like intrinsically for sure. But
Is this your internal monologue?
yeah. He's like kind of a little self-conscious because he knows that somebody's reading his mind. But
Quinn like just starts walking towards like through the alley and trying to get the front of this building 5.
Yeah, as you start to make your way around, y'all start to see the market and all manner of species are moving about, buying, selling, trading. People with rugs on the ground selling their wares. To beyond that, you start to see tents and carts and the like. To the east of y'all, beyond the 2 buildings before y'all, there appears to be people going in, people coming out. You hear laughter, and you ever so slightly hear music coming from the bigger building itself.
sounds like a bar.
That's
The
another
door.
option.
The door has a giant cogwheel on it and a hammer across the cogwheel, and it reads Mall and Wheel Metalworks. And you see an open sign.
Well, shall we go in?
Sure, why not?
Push the door open.
As you push the door open,
It'll kind of like hold it for Molly and Torch to like be able to come in without, being a gentleman.
and sure enough, you see this older dwarven lady hunched over this drawing table, rolled up sleeves, thick red hair pulled back, black eyes, tan skin as she looks at y'all, about 4 feet tall roughly, give or take, and quickly covers up her papers.
As Quinn opens his mouth to introduce himself, he hears Molly think, "Oh, she is kind of a muscle mommy."
How you doing tonight, dear? We are kind of new in the area. We're trying to get some information, some lay of the land. This looked like probably one of the nicer establishments here, and we figured that anyone who was so ensconced in this wonderful area would be someone who know things, or perhaps have things that we could that we would be interested in.
Roll me presence.
I was in 18 plus 12, so that's a 30.
Yeah.
What's she thinking?
Yeah, what's she thinking?
What kind of horrible things is she thinking about Quinn as he walks
I mean,
in?
it's
being
really
all
the only
smooth
reason
with
why I
the
took this
30?
power is that I can ask Dave, what's that person thinking right now?
So, what does the power officially say that you get as your base?
So I can read surface thoughts of creatures within 10 feet of me. It also gives me advantage on insight rolls, but I already get that, so I get double advantage on insight rolls.
Nope. We'll have to figure that one out later.
Yeah.
You get a flash of, oh shit, And when you got that flash, it quickly covers up her papers. And immediately the next phrase or thought in her head is customers. Wait a minute. I haven't seen these people before. And she looks over, and the next thought is automaton. And words that come out of her mouth is, hey, move away from the forge.
We're not trying to get in any of your business here. We're just hopefully looking for some information. I understand this area is under certain protection. You are aware of the people that kind of run this area of the neighborhood? I'm trying to pay close attention to her reactions to things as...
Yeah. Her thoughts now become even more wary of y'all. As the thoughts don't necessarily go to the type of protection, but who are these outsiders wanting to know under protection, this, that, and the other? And
can I roll?
Does Molly have some kind of identification that her wife would have given her?
As far as what?
Just like something, if like somebody tried to like mess with her in their territory, Molly would be able to flash it and be like, hey, back off.
Well, first of all, y'all are not in her territory. Y'all are in the Rat Lord's territory.
Right.
So if you flash that, it could that's instant death right there.
Badly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Time to make new characters.
Can I roll insight on her, like to try to see whether she is more like on the side of those in the area that would be in protection, or whether she's like wary because she worries that we may somehow work for them or be befriending of them.
Yeah. Give me insight.
So that would be a 26. That's my roll.
The vibes you're picking up is almost like you're newcomers trying to disrupt the system and take over territory.
Yeah.
Y'all are the new gang.
Yep.
And she's
We are wearing
is-
matching tracksuits.
Yeah.
Y'all are. And the vibe is almost to the point of like she's worried enough that is this going to be a fight for her to pay off money to these new people, or what the fuck? So
Yeah. Look, yeah, I don't know. You don't know us from Adam, and
I
in
don't.
a place like that, that makes it hard to trust. Look, we're not looking to make any moves. We're set on an errand to bring a special device to some of the local bosses around here. See if they'd be interested in it.
the immediate phrase that immediately pops up in her brain was a repeat word that you just said in a question mark, which was device.
I mean, you seem like a very capable, artisan of various arcana type means, I'm sure.
Indeed.
So if you knew someone around here that would be interested in, some of the higher end items, I'd be interested in knowing who that might be.
What kind of items are you selling?
Oh, not ones that you really discuss in open sessions. Strangers, right?
Tell you what. I might be interested, as well as I might know somebody that is also interested. But it's going to take me some time. I've got to get off work, close up shop, which will be another few hours from now. But she points eastward. Go past the two buildings to the larger building. It is a drinking hole. Place you can also get food. Called the Lulled Maggot. It's run by Ada. Tell her that I sent her there, sent y'all there.
And who are you? I'm sure anyone would question if I just said, "Oh, the lady over there in that shop."
Tell her Strongfeld sent you. My name is Stymie Strongfeld, but don't use my first name. She'll know that I specifically sent you over to use my last name.
All right.
You'll still have to pay for drinks and food and stuff like that, but she won't do you wrong.
That's fine. So you propose we just sit there and wait for you and not pursue any other avenues of locating those of which we seek?
I mean, do what you want to, but I can guarantee you that me and my potential will be there after work.
So when she says my potential, like what's the fill-in that I would pull?
You pick up half work. And you don't really get too much beyond that. I mean, you can see what he looks like. And give me a perception.
23.
Yeah, you're not too sure if that's a realistic image of him either. Because when you have the flashback, it looks like one of them romance novels. He's sitting on a rock. And there's the ocean behind him. And he's got long wavy hair. Scantily
clad. One's never seen the ocean. That's glove coming out. So. Alright, well, I think the watering hole was our next stop anyways. It's a good place to pick up information. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
2 shops over, or 2 buildings over. The Lulled Maggot is the name of the place. And Ada is the owner.
Excellent, excellent. Now, we came in your shop and, you were very kind. Is there anything you specialize in, something that you think would be particularly of our interest that us or any of our compatriots might want to purchase? Anything, we like the more, what do you say, rare and new devices.
Experimental if you have them. Hi, I'm Molly. I haven't talked much.
Sorry, I've been dominating the conversation.
You were doing really good. She's serious.
What's Benson doing?
Benson is lurking where he originally was, still looking through the window.
Yeah. Okay.
Normal things.
He did not come in. He's not involved in this. I mean, he's still on comms, so I can probably hear what you guys are saying.
It's just heavy breathing on his end.
At least he's out of 10 feet from me.
Go ahead.
Look, Benson is not hypersexual. He's just pansexual.
Yes.
Go ahead and give me presence roll.
You're asking me to give you a presence roll?
No, not you. Definitely not you.
How sinister do you look through the window?
Definitely not you. No.
It's a 24. 24.
So we watchers, please donate money so we can buy the special program that I can cut off individual comms to each and every one of them.
I'll mute myself, damn you.
Or extra donations to have Benson.
Keep the mics on. We can keep them playing back and forth.
Yeah.
Animated.
More heavy breathing from Benson. That's
That could be our raid sound effect. It's just Benson's heavy breathing.
And with that, she goes over, pushes past y'all, grabs the sign off the window. Or not the window necessarily. It's more of a flips a switch actually, and you see the switch actually says open, close. It switches it to close and locks the door behind her.
Oh.
Goes over to the two barred windows.
Or Benson, that he's missing out on this one.
I think Benson's watching through those barred windows.
And
she goes to
I can hear him scrabbling at the glass.
and she shuts the shutters on them, heavy wooden shutters.
Dang, where'd she get wood down here?
I mean, you can definitely tell it's makeshift. It looked like it belonged to old crates and whatnot. She looks at y'all. I have something. What are you looking for exactly?
I don't know if we deal in exactness at all. We're just kind of curious of what you may have that you think we'd be interested in. We have some units. Got people, connections. Nothing strange and unusual. It's always fun.
Strange and unusual, huh? Well, are y'all really looking to just say there's different categories? Do y'all consider death and destruction unusual? Do y'all consider stealth and subterfuge unusual? Do y'all consider fast acting and get away than usual.
Yeah, now you do have me intrigued. I mean, I think we're probably more these days dealing in death and destruction, so whether our frequency of that is a unusual side, or whether we need to fill in the gaps of others. But I mean, your secrets are safe with me, dear. We're just curious if you have anything you are looking to move that is, you know, maybe underappreciated by the local surroundings. Perhaps we could alleviate you of.
I have some stuff. And she goes over to the ingots and bricks and the coal and, you know, stuff like that. Starts moving stuff around. And she pulls out a box. Metal. Looks like military grade. She comes back to the table and puts it down. In here is something to definitely cause destruction, mayhem, but has a lasting effect that certain plants around here are too uncivilized to appreciate.
Oh yeah.
Now, they're a type of grenade. Each one will definitely pack a punch. And let's just say when you throw it and it explodes, a very, very, very sticky, goopy foam erupts from it, tying everybody that's within the area to the ground, unable to move. And then the fun part begins. The stuff catches on fire and begins to burn very, very hot. And if you like mayhem destruction, the people within this foam will most definitely feel it. All the way until the foam disintegrates, and then they'll die. Charred husk of their former selves. But the uncivilized think it takes too long for this to actually work. It has been known that people have managed to get out of the stuff. Still burns them, still catches on fire, but doesn't, you know, burn them up to a husk of nothingness. They want more instantaneous pop, 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 you're dead. That's boring. It needs to last long, long time. And she'd smile. And you'd start to see all kinds of thoughts of, yeah, she's really into slow death. I see you're speechless. I understand. Most people can't handle this kind of firepower.
No, it's just so beautiful, so precious. I lost my words. It was.
It's so war crimey. I love it.
Yeah. How much do these things run? If one were to, commission a few.
I am willing to part with them for 500 units each.
Alright. And glance over at Molly. Torque. Do we think it's worth it? Do we want one? Just in case? A nice little delay to keep us from...
Quick technical question.
Yeah.
Let's say you throw one of these grenades. If it's a long burning thing like you're talking about, so does the fire stay on the goop, or does it start to spread in, hypothetically a real close situation?
Again, she smiles. Again, when you get the evil thoughts. Oh no, it does not spread. That's the glorious thing about it. It stays on the foam and anybody within the foam itself. Now, mind you, anything that touches the foam will also catch on fire, but it will only burn that one part.
That's actually pretty fire conscious.
Well, what do you think?
Molly is thinking that it could be a good cover for an escape.
How about this? How about we take 2 of those for now? Gives us a chance to try them out. If we like the design, maybe we can come back and commission you for a larger order.
That can be arranged.
Molly's like, internally, it's like, Quinn should probably try to bargain a little with her. Haggling's a real big part of the culture down here. Because she seems so very normal and probably gonna take it well.
Probably picking that up with Molly. Look at her. So now, here's the thing. This is like a trial thing. You get a couple of them now, we test them out, we see how we like them, and if we like them, we're potentially coming back to buy as many as you can possibly produce. Buying 2 right now, you think we can get a little leeway on that 500 each sort of situation?
Go ahead and give me the presence roll.
That wasn't that great. 16.
Can Molly try to help a little bit?
What is Molly saying?
Are there any other weapons producers kind of in this depths area that are medium well known that Molly can be like, oh, I don't know, I think that blah 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 produces kind of a similar product. It's a little cheaper.
Give me a streets roll.
Give me the streets.
Vincent.
The damn streets.
Streets.
The shutters have
over
been
comms.
The shutters have been blocked off.
If I get real close up to them on the outside, can I peek through the cracks?
Go ahead and give me a perception.
That was a 16 for a total of 19 on my part. For the streets.
So, Dave, on my perception check with my advantage, I'm going to get a 26.
Okay.
God damn.
It must be nice to be able to roll.
Is he within 10 feet now with how hard his face is pressed up against the window?
Are we doing it stealthily, Vincent?
Oh, you probably forgot.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, I don't want anybody inside to hear me, but I think if anybody was watching me, they're going to be, what the fuck is that guy doing?
Yeah.
It's not so much like us on the inside notice. It's people on the outside
All the
being like,
people in the market.
hey,
Like-
that guy in that hat is a freaking creep.
Absolutely. You can definitely start to hear what's going on, Vincent. You definitely know that they're buying some kind of goop bomb or grenades. And they're in the process of trying to haggle with her. Molly, there is a guy, but you're pretty sure if you brought up his name, she might just unpin one of these grenades right off the bat.
She'll be like, I'm gonna freaking end it if I hear this guy's name anymore.
Yeah, this guy's a kobold named Sleaze.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Sleaze deals in everything.
so
And
Wood mentioning this.
claims that he's the master of all.
So would this actually give Quinn the advantage for this haggle, or is it like genuinely a dangerous thing?
Seems like a dangerous thing. But
It's dangerous.
could be a potential for something else, just in case if something hits the fan or you need to, find out other information or whatnot through, other means. Sleaze
Right.
moves about in these different pockets of neighborhoods and this, that, and the other. Because A, he runs for his life
Constantly.
constantly. So,
Can you experience Molly?
Molly's got like this math floating around her head. I'm not sure if Quinn is still trying to talk. It's very loud over here.
Anyways, dear, what do you think?
I think 500 would do for each one. And if you actually come back, then that means that you survived. And then
Oh,
we can...
so these are untested?
Oh, no.
Mm.
With a trained grenadier, then you know how to properly throw a grenade. But looking at your lot, maybe the automaton can throw grenades correctly. Y'all definitely have not served in the military.
Alright, well,
But I'm willing to give further discounts if you make it back alive.
sounds like a good deal. We'll do that. We'll take them. Here's 1,000 units. And we'll come back when we
Bro
want
backing
more.
out slowly.
He'll hand the grenades over to Torque and head out towards probably like just exiting.
Yeah.
The design to probably head towards the watering hole anyways, because he figured it's a good place to get info or pull up info. Benson, we're gonna head towards this watering hole, this bar over here. You wanna join us?
I will lurk behind How long has this conversation taken? This whole series of events?
Probably about 10, 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think the sensors have probably like wound down. Had to tuck them back into the code. So
yeah. And y'all get to this makeshift building, rather large in size, and y'all start to hear the liveliness of the music within inside. Shuttered windows are open as the breeze blows in and out, and you smell the smells of sweat and toil, as well as food and alcoholic drinks, both strong and both stale, and Molly. The smell of your home turf food, the smells that you are familiar with, waft across your nose. Definitely not, this place is definitely not fancy at all. And
finally.
Y'all walk in to the establishment. Watchers, we're going to end tonight's session as our crew steps in to... I lost the train. Sorry about that. The Lulled Maggot, ran by Ada. What will happen next? Well, tune in for 2 weeks to find out, as we want to wait until Torque returns back in person to get the full effect and to get another opinion exactly what transpires and where they're going to go and what they're going to do and who they're going to talk to. Thank you for watching, watchers. Thank you for participating and all that other fun stuff, as well as future watchers. I hope you enjoy our system as we try to put it all together, and hopefully once we're all done, they'll be available to you on Kickstarter and the like. Other than that, let's tune into our lovely players, because if it wasn't for them, things would be very, very different. I'm going to go around the room and say a character name, and they'll say what they're going to say and pass it over to another character. Let us start with the man of the hour, the homie of the homies, the one and only Vincent.
Hey, how's it going? So yeah, I'm really enjoying playing Benson. My name's Nathan, aka Dead Channel Stat, aka Dead Channel Static. You know, once you have enough characters to misspell the whole thing. This guy's actually some of the most fun ever to play, because I get to like dick around with Photoshop in real time while I'm playing him. So, you know, I get to combine all of my skill sets into one thing. Playing RPGs, improvisational stupidity, and technical artistry. It's a fun time. Hey, so I don't have anything to plug. This is the game that I play. These are my online buddies, my gaming friends. This is a super fun game. They're all in other games, which I'm sure you should check out. So I'm gonna hit the ball back over to how about give it to Quinn, and he can talk about his biz.
Hey guys, I'm Bill. I'm playing Quinn. I am the other founder of the XP Guild, co-creator of this particular game, along with Dave, and with lots of help and input from our wonderful players. We appreciate them putting up with us, changing things as we go, as we develop things, and giving us some good proper quality criticism to help us steer it in a direction that we think will be fun for people. So far, we're liking it, enjoying all that. So if you, as a watcher, see this and you're like, hey, that sounds cool, check out our socials, follow us. We'll be leaving stuff when we do stuff. We started a series on YouTube, try to explain a little bit about this series. So far, we put up one, just basically how we do classes, like how the multi-classing and all that stuff would work. We'll do some more light, like just overview topic things, and then eventually maybe we'll get into some deep dive discussions of how things work, create characters, do stuff like that together. If you like us as role playing, we have other shows, other videos. I run one every other Monday. I ran one this last Monday, so it'll be a week and a half from now or whatever. It's D&D 5e. Still using the old rules, as the characters are level 15, and we're not going to switch them over at this point until the campaign will be done, which, depending on which way they go, could be sooner than later. But yeah, we appreciate all you being here. Like, subscribe if you're interested. Follow on Twitch and Patreon. We have a couple of patrons that help just pay for some of the tools we use to run games, and we do appreciate them. We love that. I'm going to pass it over to our wonderful medic and drug addict, all in one, Molly.
It's a lifestyle, Quinn. And a lifestyle, you know what? This is just prime classy if you're rich, tacky if you're poor, okay? You know what? Yeah, I said it. Anyway, hi guys. I'm Belle. I play Molly. I'm very sleepy. If you're interested in seeing more of me personally, professionally, not this Friday, but the Friday after, we are playing a game 500 years in the future of our other established games. Yes. And Dave, go.
Yeah, so Age of Regression happens 500 years within the future of Morosia, that little lovely world setting that a Tuesday's game, if you ever watched it, Vopian Knights, they became the new deities of this new age and whatnot. So you get to see brand new players, not so much brand new players, more like old players play brand new characters in an age that has not been played in at all. So very, very fun, very, very exciting. And pretty much after that, we go back to our usual schedule with Bill's game on Monday, Shattered Lands, and voila, we're back to Astroplex again on that Wednesday. So tune in for all that fun stuff. And I think it's that wonderful, wonderful time that we tell you watchers, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And see you next time.
Wieners.
Bye.
Everybody say bye.
You see my wiener?